Over the years in football, we've seen some incredible rivalries. We've had the GOAT debates such as Messi vs Ronaldo, Maradona vs Pele, and of course we're even seeing this generation's rivalry between Kylian Mbappe and Erling Haaland. And of course, who can't forget the infamous Antony 2008 vs Mudryk 2012 rivalry. Well, in today's video, we're going to be settling this debate as we're going to be transferring the two GOATs to FC Barcelona, giving them the exact same stats and putting them head to head on each wing over the course of 5 seasons to see who can come out on top with the most combined goals and assists and cement themselves as the GOATs. Before we jump into today's video, if you guys are new around here, make sure you hit the subscribe button. We're getting closer to 200 subscribers and I've got some fun ideas planned for the future, so you're definitely not going to want to miss that. If you guys have any suggestions or want to ask me any questions, drop them down in the comments below. I'd love to read them. And without any more waffling, let's jump right into the video. So here they are. As you can see, Antony, all his stats there on the side, he's 86 rated. And then we got Mudryk over here, same stats, but for some reason he has 3 less defending. I don't know why. I don't think that's going to make much of a difference. But other than that, everything else the same. I've even made their skill moves and weak foot the exact same. Actually, not the skills. You can't edit that in the player editor. But yeah, other than that, the two differences, exact same player. Let's see how they do at the end of Season 1. In the blink of an eye, it is the end of Season 1 and Real Madrid have taken out the La Liga on 86 points. We finish in 3rd, so we're playing Champions League next season. As for the Copa de España, it was won by Atletico following a 3-3 draw with Celta Vigo, but they win on penalties. In the UEFA Champions League, Barca beat PSG, so in Season 1 it's been an instant impact from the two GOATs, Antony and Mudryk. Look at that. And then in the Europa League, Hoffenheim lose to Athletic Club on penalties following a draw, and then Chelsea win the Conference League 3-1 against Ghent. Wow guys, this is truly unbelievable. Mudryk has got 37 goals and 8 assists in Season 1, whereas Antony has only managed to put up 17 goals and 7 assists, but he has played 16 less games. But already that is a huge gap. Mudryk has already put some huge distance in between the two, and it might be hard for Antony to make this comeback now. But yeah, that's pretty incredible. We're gonna have to see what happens in Season 2 with this one. Let's roll it on now into Season 2, and we're gonna be shifting Mudryk's development plan to a winger, so he grows faster. As you can see, he'll level up in 14 weeks. And we're going to be converting Antony to a wide playmaker, so he levels up in 11 weeks. It is now the end of Season 2, and unfortunately we have lost the league on goal difference to Atletico Madrid. As for the Copa de España, it was won by Valencia 2-0 against Cordoba. In the Champions League, it was won by Atletico Madrid 3-1 against Chelsea. The Europa League was won by Arsenal in a 7-goal thriller against Monaco, and the Conference League was won by Club Brugge in a 3-1 win against Frankfurt. Now taking a look at how Mudryk and Antony did this season, Mudryk extends his lead, registering 30 goals and 4 assists in 54 games, equaling 34 goal contributions for this season. Meanwhile, Antony could only put up 22 and 3. However, he did play 1 less game, but really, let's be real, that wouldn't have made much of a difference. So that means now Mudryk has extended his lead to not only 2-0, but also total goals and assists. I don't know if Antony can catch him anymore. He's got 3 seasons to do a reverse sweep. Can he do it? I guess we're going to have to find out. Going into Season 3, we're going to be converting Antony into an inside forward for the best growth. And we're going to be making Mudryk a wide playmaker so he can get to that world-class level faster. At the end of Season 3, and Barcelona have finished 3rd in La Liga with Atletico winning the league again. In the Copa de España, it was won by us in a 2-1 win against Sevilla. In the Champions League, PSG take down Atletico Madrid 3-2. In the Europa League, that was won by Marseille following a draw, and then they win on penalties 3-2. And then in the Conference League, that was won by Torino in a 3-1 win against Rangers. And taking a look at the stats, Antony has made a huge comeback this season with 34 goals and 14 assists in 57 games. And what has happened to Mudryk? I think he got injured in the middle of the season, so he's only scored 4 goals and got 0 assists in only 28 games. So that is a huge blow for Mudryk, and that has put Antony right back in this one. He might have even taken the lead. I'm not keeping track now, but I'll have the counter on the screen in the video. But that's now 2-1. In the series to Mudryk. He's still got the lead by 1 season, but Antony's making that comeback. we're going to have to see how this plays out in Season 4. Season 4, we're going to be developing Mudryk as an inside forward, and as for Antony, he's going to be getting developed as a wide playmaker. It is now the end of Season 4 and we have taken out the La Liga on 91 points, only incurring one loss the entire season. As for the Copa de España, it is won by Real Madrid in an all-Madrid final 2-0 against Atletico. The Champions League was won by Barca in an El Clasico game 2-1 against Real Madrid. The Europa League was won by AC Milan in a 2-1 win against Salzburg. And the Conference League was won by Brentford 3-1 against Girona. Now, in the Mykhailo Mudryk vs Antony rivalry, Mykhailo Mudryk, I think now he's surely in the lead with 25 goals and 15 assists, so he's scored 40 goal contributions this season in 61 games. Meanwhile, Antony only managed 31 with 22 goals and 9 assists, so that means overall it's 3-1 to Mudryk. He's won the tie now, there's no way of coming back for Antony. But overall, in goals and assists, Antony, depending how he does in the last season, could still win it. Let's see how it goes. Let's bring on Season 5. So for the 5th and final season of this experiment, I've got Mudryk on wide midfielder. However, I don't think he's actually going to be able to get to 94 because there's 116 weeks according to the ETA. And we're going to be keeping Antony on wide playmaker because he'll be able to get to 93 rated in 8 weeks' time. It's the end of Season 5 and Barcelona win the La Liga to end things off. As for the Copa de España, it is won by Atletico Madrid in a 2-1 win against Rayo Vallecano. In the Champions League, unfortunately, Barca lose out 2-1 to PSG, who get their revenge from Season 1. In the Europa League, Arsenal win on penalties following a 1-1 draw with Lyon. And in the Conference League, Roma beat Aston Villa 1-0. Look at how Antony and Mudryk went throughout this season. Antony got 40 goals and assists in 64 games. Meanwhile, Mudryk only managed 26 and 12, which is 38, so 2 less than Antony. So that means that Mudryk wins 3-2 over the course of the 5 seasons, and we have the grand totals here. Antony managed 168 goals and assists over the 5 seasons, and Mudryk managed 161, which means Antony got 7 more goal contributions. So yeah, you guys decide who wins this one in the comments. I don't know. So if you guys enjoyed this one, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell so you never miss another video. I've got some fun ideas planned such as this one, so you're never going to want to miss those. And as always, I'll see you in the very next one. Goodbye.